Court is monitoring the conditions with the Park Fire. It's not in the rearview mirror by any stretch of the imagination.
No, it certainly isn't. And we had that positive update yesterday morning with little activity in the early morning hours on the fire. But since that time, the fire really growing quite a bit to the east from what we're seeing in the latest hotspot data. And again, that is raw data that we're bringing along to you. So I do need to preface it with that. The fire perimeter, of course, set by CAL FIRE, and that update should be up shortly this morning. As far as what's going on out there for your forecast today, it's going to be even hotter today and very dry. Smoke impacts lingering over the next couple of days, and then finally we see a welcome slide in temperatures on tap from your weekend into early next week. A live look outside this morning. This is the Sundial Bridge in Reading, where it's going to be a nice morning to get out for a stroll. Temperatures dipping nicely into the mid-60s to lower 70s for most valley areas overnight into this morning. 65 degrees right now for Reading, 72 degrees for Chico. We're actually down to 60 right now being reported in Corning. 60s to low 70s in the foothills, and we're in the 40s to lower 50s in most mountain zones right now. The flow of wind from northeast to southwest across our region, but it's mostly light winds this morning. 6 miles an hour right now for Red Bluff, calm for Chico and Chester. So areas surrounding the Park Fire have light winds early on today. Heading into the afternoon, those winds do pick back up out of the south to north, and we are seeing that is a problem on that eastern edge of the fire. And then those winds, mostly from east to west later tonight, up to around 15 miles an hour before the lighter winds subside overnight. And then we see winds picking back up out of the south tomorrow afternoon. It's really going to be a rinse and repeat pattern over the next couple of days for those winds. Lighter in the morning, picking up in the afternoons, strongest at night. Mostly the strongest winds are east to west across the Park Fire perimeter. We're seeing clear skies as far as clouds go overhead this morning, but it is still very hazy from that wildfire smoke, and high pressure to our east building to the west is driving the hotter conditions and the dry conditions across our region for today. Despite an increase in clouds from today into tomorrow, the humidity is still dropping quite a bit, so could end up in the single digits later on this afternoon. Moving forward, sunny skies for the valley at 8 a.m. Some clouds midday in your forecast, and then cloud cover increasing towards the afternoon. We'll then see clouds becoming more widespread midday into the afternoon hours tomorrow, and then those clouds do start to clear out late Wednesday night into Thursday, and we're left with, for the most part, sunshine and a modest slide in temperatures from late this week through your upcoming weekend into early next week. So again, some good news on the horizon for the temperatures. They will be dropping through the weekend, but it's going to be hot until then. Upper 90s to low triple digits in the northern mountains today. 80s to mid 90s in the Sierra and Southern Cascades. Foothills in the 80s to upper 90s for the afternoon. 97 degrees in Paradise, 95 for Magalia. 105 degrees projected for Reading and Anderson with 104 degrees for Red Bluff today. 103 degrees for Chico with 102 degrees in Orville and 104 degrees for Willow. So downright hot out there for your Tuesday afternoon. And tomorrow now looking like the peak of the heat for this week despite the increase in cloud cover. Up to 105 degrees in Chico Wednesday, down to the upper 90s by Saturday with mid 90s by Monday with lows in the upper 60s to lower 70s. Reading peaking at 107 degrees Wednesday, lower triple digits Friday through Sunday, and then finally back down to the upper 90s by Monday of next week. So there is that slide in temperatures on the horizon, but Kelly, it's going to get hotter before we see any cooling on the way. The decent news here, no stronger winds expected, but again, that eastern side of the fire is still a major concern as we have seen a lot of hot spots growing on that side of the fire overnight into this morning.
We're going to be keeping a close eye on that throughout the day. Thanks, Court.